Commissioner French Contreras,
I'm here.
Commissioner York,
Present.
and Vice Chair Olson.
Present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. The time is 10:15 and the floor is yours, Vice Chair Olson.
Thank you, Max. I call to order the December 23rd, 2022 special meeting for the Arizona Racing Commission. We have a short agenda today, so I will move to agenda item B, action items, review, discussion, and possible action on agenda item B1A, Arizona Downs simulcast agreements pursuant to ARS 5-112U. I'll turn it over to the department to begin and give us an update, please.
Good morning, Vice Chair Olson. So we have everything in order for the 5U items 1 through 5. Contract looks good. Everything's fully executed. So with that said, I recommend that the 5U section be approved.
Thank you, Mr. Estrada. Fellow commissioners, any questions or comments?
No, it looks good.
None for me.
Thank you. And Mr. Hartgraves, was there anyone signed in to speak on this item?
I did not receive anybody signed up to speak on item B1A.
Outstanding.
May I make a comment? This is Jerry Sims.
Mr. Sims, you have 3 minutes.
I won't need nearly that much. I just want to give thanks for us getting the Monarch back and give thanks to Scott DeRudy and Monarch. This came about through a conversation that I had with him, and it was to his credit that he came back and said he would do the deal that I proposed. This is going to be a great benefit to our horsemen, to our jockeys, to the tracks, even the breeders, the Department of Racing, and in particular, the betting public that has been wanting this so badly for the last 2 to 3 years. So great thanks to Scott DeRudy and Monarch. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. All right, I'll hear a motion from my commissioners.
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve agenda item B1A. 1 through 5.
I'll second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner French Contreras and a second by Vice Chair Olson. I will call the roll. Commissioner French Contreras,
Yes.
Vice Chair Olson,
Yes.
and Commissioner York.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Hartgraves. Moving to agenda item B1B, Turf Paradise simulcast agreements pursuant to ARS 5-112U. I'll turn it over to the department.
Yes, Vice Chair Olson. Unlike the other one, everything was submitted. The contract was reviewed. It's fully executed in the 5U. With that said, I recommend that items 1 through 5 be approved for the 5U.
Thank you very much, Mr. Estrada. Fellow commissioners, do you have any questions or comments?
No.
No, I don't.
And Mr. Hartgraves, anyone signed in to speak on this item?
No, ma'am, I have no one signed up to speak.
Thank you. With that, I'll hear a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve agenda item B1 through 5.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner French Contreras and a second by Commissioner York. I will call the roll. Commissioner French Contreras,
Yes.
Commissioner York,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Olson.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion.
Thank you very much. We'll move to agenda item B2A, simulcast sports racing import signals pursuant to IHA section 3004, A3 for Arizona Downs, items 1 through 5. I'll turn it over to the department. Could you please give us an update on the materials?
Yes, Vice Chair Olson. Items 1 through 4 are with the 5U being previously approved right now. All the IHA items are in order. I didn't see nothing that would raise the red flag other than the department would just have to monitor the dates of some of these approvals, they expire before the date that the committee submitted. However, we would make sure that those approvals are current before we reallow that signal to go out. But with that said, everything's in order, with exception of item 5. I'm missing for Lone Star. I am missing the host commission, host horseman, and once those are submitted, then we can go ahead and allow that signal. With that said, I recommend approval.
Thank you, Mr. Estrada. So just for a quick clarification, will all 5 need to be a conditional approval pending continued approvals through the remainder of the race dates, or what is your recommendation on that?
No, ma'am. So only 1 through 4 you could be approved, fully approved. Item 5 for Lone Star would be a conditional approval.
Okay, thank you. Anything from my fellow commissioners?
Mr. Estrada, so I see Lone Star is supposed to start January 1st through the 31st. That isn't going to happen then, is it? Are they going to have host commission, host horseman, and contract? Well, you got your contract approval already. You expect those documents shortly?
So Commissioner Contreras, usually we will monitor that. If those documents aren't received to the department, we will contact the committee and not allow that signal to go out. But based on a contingent approval, I'm able to do that. If you guys table it, then that would not be possible.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to approve agenda items B, 2A, 1 through 4. And I'll do a separate motion on 5.
Second.
And one moment. Could we just modify that motion, or I propose
Absolutely. Yeah.
just to direct the department to monitor the dates so that all the approvals remain in place.
Great. I'll modify my motion.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner French Contreras and a second by Commissioner York. I will call the roll. Commissioner French Contreras.
Yes.
Commissioner York.
Yes.
Vice Chair Olson.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes.
Thank you. And Commissioner French Contreras, I believe you have one more motion before 2A5.
Right. I have a motion. I'll make a motion to conditionally approve agenda item B, 2A, 5, pending receipt of the remaining documentation necessary to get a full approval as monitored by the commission staff.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner French Contreras and a second by Commissioner York. I will call the roll. Commissioner French Contreras.
Yes.
Commissioner York.
Yes.
And Vice Chair Olson.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes.
All right. Thank you. We will move to agenda item B2B, Turf Paradise, Simulcast horse racing import signals pursuant to IHA section 3004A3. I'll turn it over to Mr. Estrada for an update from the department.
Yes, Vice Chair Olson, everything's in order for items 1 through 5. I didn't see no red flags. Like Arizona Downs, there's certain permits that will expire before, or paperwork that will expire before the time of some of these approvals. However, the department will monitor those days, and when they do come, we will make sure that if those documents aren't submitted, we will advise the committee to shut the signal down. With that said, I recommend that items 1 through 5 be approved.
Thank you, Mr. Estrada. Any questions from my fellow commissioners? If not, I'll make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to approve agenda item B2B for simulcast horse racing import signal pursuant to IHA section 3004A3 for Turf Paradise, items 1 through 5, and direct the department to monitor the approvals and provide updates if necessary.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Vice Chair Olson and a second by Commissioner York. I will call the roll. Vice Chair Olson.
Yes.
Commissioner York.
Yes.
and Commissioner French Contreras.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. And I believe that is the extent of our agenda items. Commissioner York?
Yes, I just had a quick question. As Mr. Sims pointed out at the beginning of the meeting, this is a pretty significant event for racing in Arizona. And I was just wondering, are there any plans by the stakeholders or the HBPA or I guess anyone else to promote this? How is it being promoted? Is anyone doing a press release, individual marketing? How are we letting the industry know?
And just for clarification, Commissioner York, is this in relation to, I suppose, like agenda item B generally?
Totally.
Sure.
Yes. It's in relation to item B.
Okay, wonderful. And Mr. Author, I see that your hand is raised. Can you answer Commissioner York's question?
Yes. Commissioners, directors, we will be putting, we're going to have a large handicap contest announcing the Santa Anita next week. I have contacted Pollock Report to have them put something out that says something to the extent that after all these many years, we were able to get this signal. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I think that's a good point. We need to get the word out. I think pretty much the local betting public already has known about. I put a little blurb on the Arizona Horse Racing Bulletin Board today, which has received a lot of response. So that's kind of what we're planning on doing. I don't know that we'll get any play on something like the Arizona Republic, but we'll try.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Author. That's exactly what I was looking to understand.
Thank you, Commissioner. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Author and Commissioner York. Mr. Johnson, I see that your hand is raised. Do you have something to add?
Yes, hi, Vice Chair, Commissioners, thank you. Paradise already has a media, a press release on its website, which we were saying contingent upon approval of the Arizona Racing Commission meeting. We will also be sending out notices to all of the posts publicly for all of the horse players to see and know. We've sent out contact information this morning to the ATB owners, letting them know. And we will also be following up with social media posts on Twitter and Facebook.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. We appreciate the update. Commissioner French Contreras, did you have an additional question? Or
No, I just want to commend everyone as well. You're the only reason that I'm out of bed today since I've been sick, but I am excited that you got this done. I'm excited to see this agenda, and I'm really pleased with everyone for working to get this done and get this Monarch out there for our betting public. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner French Contreras. Mr. Estrada, I see that your hand is raised. Do you have something to add?
Yes, Vice Chair. I just want to again echo Ms. French Contreras. I want to thank you, Commissioner French Contreras and York for facilitating this meeting, as well as Assistant Norma Rivera and Caitlin for helping me put this together at such expeditious manner. With that, that's all I have. Thank you. Thank you again, and happy holidays.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Estrada, and we do appreciate yours and the department's work to get this quickly put together and on everybody's schedule this week. Mr. Author,
Just very briefly, I wanted to thank both directors and the three commissioners. I know this is not your favorite thing to do, and I really appreciate the sacrifice you put in it. And I think we're probably a pretty big irritation to Director Casillas, but you guys all pulled together and you really helped horse racing in Arizona. And I want you to know we appreciate your effort. And thank you again for sickness or health. You showed up on this thing, and we accomplished something that's very, very important. So thank you again very much. I would also like to thank the HBPA too. They put their shoulder to the wheel, and they were a big help on this also. So thanks all, and happy holidays.
This is Jerry Sims. I'd just like to make one comment also, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Sims, you may.
Thank you. This is 25 to 30% of our business. So it is a big, big shot in the arm. And I want to thank the commissioners and myself for coming, and French Contreras, Commissioner, for coming out of bed to do this, because we wouldn't have had a quorum. So thanks to all the commissioners for and the Director Rudy Casillas for getting this done and pulling all of us together, because he's been pushing on this deal for some time. I'm sure he's been taking a lot of phone calls from customers. So this 25 to 30%, we hope to get a lot of our customers back. Some of them could have gone online or gone through other means to get the signal, but we're going to earn back their trust, and hopefully this is the first step. So thanks everybody for your help.
Wonderful. And on that note, I will hear a motion for adjournment. We just want to wish everyone a happy holiday and a safe new year, and we'll hopefully adjourn in the new year.
I'll make
I
that
motion-
motion. Go ahead. Go ahead, Commissioner.
I motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner York and a second by Commissioner French Contreras to adjourn this meeting. I will call the roll. Commissioner York,
Yes.
Commissioner French Contreras,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Olson.
Yes.
Thank you. The time is 10:31 and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Happy holidays.